All right, everybody, it's Sunday night. I'm actually not traveling this week, so welcome to the what was live broadcast of Sunday night's Wonderful World of Generation X, the time when we get together on YouTube and on Facebook, simulcast together around 8 p.m. every Sunday night in order to talk about everything that is Generation X. As you guys come in, there's Travin. What's going on, James? Say hey. Let me know who you are. Let me know where you're at. Let me know what is going on. Travin, good to see you, my brother James. I actually have, funny thing that you're the first person here, something to unwrap later today. So we will get to this as people join in. We got about 8 people coming in on Facebook, so way early for any surprises, and only a couple people on YouTube. So let's wait and see how people come on in. There's Tamara. How are you, Tamara? Tamara? Laura, good to see you. Happy Sunday. No Bills game today, so I got to take it easy today. What's going on, Kevin? Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, I've been traveling a lot. Last couple weeks, I was in Orlando. Then the last week, I was in Buffalo. Good to see you, Wirehead. Good to see you, David. Thank you, man, for jumping in. So been traveling a lot. I'm home for a couple weeks at least. Next trip is not until November 7th through the 9th when I will be in Rhode Island for Rhode Island Comic Con. So if you're a New Englander, if you're up for the trip, get your tickets now. I'll be traveling with the Blockbuster Video Experience, which basically is the Bend, Oregon mobile unit. So the last Blockbuster on Earth has tapped me, Crew Jones from the movie Rhode. You may know him as Bill Allen. He's also going to be traveling with me, so he will be there. Michelle Underwood is in the house over on Facebook. Good to see you, sis. Kristen, hello. Cindy, hello. Bill's tomorrow night. That is correct. Kim coming in from Virginia. Alex, how you doing? Tonight, the show, the broadcast, is brought to you by none other than Cluck Cluck Moo Moo. If you are a Western New York native, if you are from the Buffalo area or traveling to the Buffalo area, they've got up to 5 locations coming. I know 4 right now, East Aurora, Orchard Park probably on deck. But if you like chicken, if you like smash burgers, if you love all things chicken and burgers, well, Cluck Cluck Moo Moo is the home of the original Mother Clucker, as they call it. Give them a shot. Check them out on Facebook. Find them on Instagram. Cluck, Cluck, Moo, Moo. Give them a like. Tell them John sent you. Cindy Buckner, I said hello. Joseph, good to see you. Vani, hello. Andrew Gooney there. What's going on, buddy? Candy, hello. Alex, hello. God, how is everybody doing? Yeah, the Mother Clucker is my favorite. Basically, both a chicken sandwich and a hamburger together. Pretty nuts. Steve Bondi, hello. Alex, hello. Jen, how are you? Coming in from Arizona. Melissa from Maryland. Yeah, so I will be in Rhode Island, November 7th through 9th, if you guys are going to be around there. Anywhere near there, New England, you feel like going out there, there's a lot of amazing guests that'll be there. Let me fire up the old MacBook, and I'll let you know who. But a good amount of guests. Hey, go Cubs. Yeah, it was a good season, right? We started out great. I think the mid-season, the halfway point, things went south for us really badly. But we got through the wild card game, and we just didn't have enough juice to get past Milwaukee. I would have liked to have sent Milwaukee packing. No lies spoken there. But all things being equal, I don't think either of our teams, the Brewers or the Cubbies, stack up well against the Dodgers this year. So we'll see. David coming in from Oregon, how are you? Give me a minute. Talk among yourselves. Rhode Island Comic Con celebrity guests. Because I'm pretty psyched about it. I thought it was a smaller Comic Con, but the guest list is pretty cool. Beverly D'Angelo from Vacation. Bill Allen from Rad, as I mentioned. He'll be hanging out with me. Brian O'Halloran, who actually is becoming a friend of mine now. Brian was from Mallrats, Clerks. He'll be there all weekend. I'm looking forward to that. Bryce Dallas Howard, Candace Patton from the Flash movie. Casper Van Dien from Starship Troopers. Dude, Ernestine starting us off on YouTube. I want my $2. She's better off dead. She already hit me up with $2. Thank you so much. Charlie Cox from Daredevil. Sherry Johnson, who you may remember from Punky Brewster. She's the one that got that let herself in the refrigerator. Chevy Chase from Vacation will be there. Chris Jericho, Corbin Burnson. I'm skipping some names of people I don't think. A lot of people from the Dennis Rodman, Denise Richards, Dina Meyer, also from Starship Troopers, Frank Grillo, Freddie Prinze Jr., Gina Davis, Hank Azaria. Now, Hank, thank you, Kevin. Thank you for the dues. Hank Azaria, I'm psyched for, dude, because I'm a huge Simpsons fan. Fact that he's going to be there is pretty cool. Jamie Presley, Jake Busey, Jason Lee, Jason Mewes. These are all Mallrats people. Jeremy London, another Mallrats guy. Joey Laurel Adams. Basically a Mallrats reunion. John Cryer is going to be there. Juliette Lewis. Damn, I'm in good company. Keith Coogan is going to be there. From Adventures in Babysitting. Lori Petty, Tank Girl, is going to be there. Somebody else. Michael Ironside, Michael Rooker. Nathan Kress from iCarly. If you have kids my age, Molly Ringwald is going to be there. Dude, Molly Ringwald is going to be there. Nick Carter, Patrick Muldoon, Starship Troopers. Dude, the list goes on and on and on. Randy Quaid. So it's a mini Vacation reunion as well. So it's going to be a Vacation Starship Troopers panel. Sean Gunn from Guardians of the Galaxy. Sid Croft and Sid Croft, dude. The guy like made half our Saturday morning cartoon special. Cindy Buckner, thank you for the $2. Teresa Gordon, good to see you in the house, honey. I miss you guys. I feel like the only time I see you is when I'm watching you guys watch me on live. Susan Sarandon will be there. Wesley Ure, so that's from Land of the Lost. So anyway, a lot of people. What's going on, Maddie? A lot of people and me. So I'm pretty psyched. Sue Darling, you like it? They are actually our sponsor for the night. Sue Darling's actually eating at Cluck Cluck Moo Moo. GenX Kate coming in a penny short, but thank you for my $2. I love it. Moderators, if you can kick... actually, I got that one gone. I may have to go. I only have 40 minutes away in Connecticut. It's dude, if you are close, this is a great con. I mean, Molly Ringwald, the Vacation panel will be absolutely incredible. John Cryer and Pretty in Pink with Molly Ringwald, that'll be that panel. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm shocked that I get to go along too. I'm actually a sponsored guest at this, and I will be sitting in the Blockbuster video store, and it's pretty cool. I'm psyched. So that's November 7th through the 9th. I'll be there all 3 days. If you guys want to join me, that's where I'll be. What about this week? What's going on? What are you guys thinking about? What are you talking about? What's happened that is pertinent to Generation X? I got to see Randy Quaid back in the 90s. I would love to meet him. This is in Providence, Rhode Island. Why is everything so far away? Heidi, where are you at? The nice thing is, I am bopping around. So I was in Orlando. I've been to Dallas. I'll be going to Travin giving $2 and another 18 to cover 9 more folks over on Facebook. Dude, thank you. So I do travel. I will be as far west as Arkansas if you're closer to that area. If you happen to be in Texas, northern Texas, near Arkansas, that's a big one for me. River City, it's going to be River City Fan Expo, and more information coming on that. But I'll be there the second week or third week in February. Nothing pertinent to Gen X ever. Well, that's not true. How about this week in Gen X history? Pac-Man was released 45 years ago this week. October 10th, Pac-Man was released in the United States. 45 years. I can't believe I was actually that little when Pac-Man came out. I thought I was older, but yeah, I guess I was only 15 when Pac-Man came out back then. No, 10. What am I talking about? I was 10. I was little. Moving on up. Thank you, Lawrence. Hey, Deb. Good to see you. Maine isn't all that far from Rhode Island. I mean, I'm traveling at least that far from Charlotte to get there. We lost Diane Keaton this week. That is true. That one hurts. A lot of memories with Diane Keaton. I mean, as a father of two daughters, father of the bride, I absolutely love that movie. Hard to imagine. And back then, Diane Keaton and Steve Martin were supposed to be in their late 30s, early 40s when they played that part, and that was kind of shocking. But I loved her in that. I remember 80s, the baby boom, right? When she made the baby food. That was a movie I think we all saw. I didn't see Baby Boom in the theaters as a guy, but it played on endless rotation on HBO, and I'm sure I saw that there. A lot of people remember her from Woody Allen movies, from The First Wives Club. She was a boomer, but we grew up watching like so many things. So Godspeed, may she rest in peace. Sad. A lot of people gone in 2025 already. This year has not been kind, and love something's got to give. Baby Boom is one of my favorite movies. It was cute. It was like a Hallmark movie before Hallmark movies. The high-powered executive moves out to like New England. Instead of opening a bakery, she made baby food. But I always joke that Baby Boom was like the first Hallmark movie before the Hallmark Channel was ever a thing. I like the sit-down version of Pac-Man. Dude, that will always remind me of Pizza Hut for some reason. Deborah Mott, hello. What year is kind? People die every day. Well, that's true. And there'll be more as the people we grew up watching get older, as our elders become more and more senior, and we move up to take their place. It's the circle of life, so to speak. Where am I from? I'm originally from Western New York, Central New York, Upstate New York, Rochester, Buffalo. I've lived in the Charlotte area for the last 10 years, though. I think we need to get old VCRs fixed up. Have people who still hear videos hanging around and restart Blockbuster. Well, like I said, I will be in the mobile unit, which looks exactly like Blockbuster. I'll be making content. I love that they have VHS movies for sale. I think everything in there is like $5, whether it's a DVD or VHS. Will I be coming close to Ohio? I don't know, Tammy, but honestly, same story as always. If you guys see a con that has a lot of really good pertinent celebrities to us, right now I'm just south of Charlotte, throw them a message, throw them a link to me and saying, here's somebody we'd love to have come to your convention, and then let me know, and I'll see what I can do to get there. Was I in Electric Company, Sesame Street, Zoom, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, Captain Kangaroo, Bozo the Clown, Romper Room, or Great Space Coaster Kid? Electric Company, Sesame Street, Captain Kangaroo, but not in that order. Flip it. When I was really young, I loved Captain Kangaroo. Anytime they said the word ping pong in a ping pong joke, ping pongs came falling from Mr. Moose, and I loved that. Bill Cosby, well, him aside, who he was then or who we thought him to be, that was picture pages for me. And I can still hear the song. Electric Company, I was a comic book geek. The fact that they had Spider-Man on really, really spoke to me. Ooh, I don't like that light. Hold on. And then, of course, Sesame Street, dude. I mean, that's how I learned to read. That and Schoolhouse Rock. And School, that too. Mike, what's going on? Mike Stryker in the house over on Facebook. Shelly Clemens, hello. Yeah, Mike and I just finished a tour of Buffalo, and I got to tell you guys, if you think you're old, I'm 55. Couple things. This is the second year in a row we've done this. Friday night, we get there late Thursday. Friday, we get up. We just kind of had an easy day Friday. And even on an easy day, Matt, Teresa, you won't believe this. So, Mike, what did we do? Probably had like 7 or 8 beers on an easy night and 3 or 4 shots of Crown, and got in by like 2 a.m. Saturday, we got met up with a bunch of followers from the Buffalo area, and we went bar crawling. And by the end, we must have started with like 30 people. You can see pictures on Facebook. You can see pictures on Instagram. Dude, it was such a blast. Meeting complete strangers and instantly feeling like I've known them forever. It was awesome. When GenX gets together and in an environment of just having fun, when we're there just to hang, it's awesome. It's totally awesome. We went bar to bar to bar. Mike, I don't know. You let me know. Probably 8 or 9 bars, maybe more. We lasted till 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. And then Sunday, tailgating at the Bills game from 1 in the afternoon till 8, the 8 o'clock game. And then we didn't get home till about 2. So old schmold, we did it. Mike says we 716ers are party ready. Michael, you should have been there, or were you? I can't see the face attached to the picture, but we can still do it. Not every day, but we're not done. We're not that old that we're done. I don't know that we'll ever be that old that we're done. Not every day, but I didn't do it every day when I was in my 30s or 40s. I did it every day in my 20s. It was fun. Mike says he remembers about 8. Okay, we can list them, but probably 8 sounds about right. Actually, remembering 8 sounds about right. There were probably 10. Jameson. I don't like the Canadian. I don't like the Irish whiskey. I'm more of a Canadian whiskey kind of guy. You would appreciate that, Wirehead. Crown Royal always works for me. We need a Gen X Woodstock style. I don't know about that. 99 Woodstock kind of took me out on Woodstock. We're working and on call for the hospital. Oh, gotcha. Well, put it on your calendar for next year. We will be up for the October game again next year. So here's the deal. One of my followers, one of my best followers, most loyal followers, pretty awesome, cool dude kind of followers, goes by the name of Travin over on YouTube. He sent me a package. Looks just like this. And it wasn't ticking or anything. I shook it to be sure. Because some of the stuff I get, I kind of want to soak it in water first. You might know him, Travin. So I haven't opened it yet, but I'm going to look at it now with you guys on here. And Travin, you tell me, this probably isn't for general release yet, but it's coming. And the cool thing about it is if you're a dork like I am, I was a dork that played like a little bit of Magic the Gathering. I played card battle games. Think Uno, but in a comic shop. I played Star Trek battle card games, all type. And this is kind of in that vein, but it is a Gen X card clash. Now, I got to tell you, Travin didn't ask me to do this. He sent it just because he wanted to see it. Okay, Travin tells me it's available now. I'll put a picture up and a link up on my Facebook page. Travin can tell y'all that are on YouTube where it is as we speak. But it is. It's called, and you guys seeing it as I am, it's a Gen X card clash, and it includes 2 Gen X card clash starter decks, 50 cards each, 20 dice, well, 4 D20 dice, best friend token, well, that's good, and a decision die. I don't know what all of that means, but it looks pretty cool. And what I love about it is the box and the packaging on the side. It says warning, as if Gen X ever had warnings. But this does come with a warning label, and the warning label says Gen X is the world leader in sarcasm production. No lies spoken. How ironic that I actually made a video today talking about sarcasm. Did somebody say D20? I said D20. 4 D20 dice. So great. 4 chances to roll a 1. Somebody's played before. All right. Here we go. Gen X Card Clash Battle Box. Dude, this is pretty cool. This is actually very cool. So there's the die. The dice. Die is 1, I guess. There's all the dice. And here's the decks. And basically, you know, you got to read the rules. I'm not one for reading rules very much, but I guess that helps. But I just want to take a look at the cards. Oh, very cool. And then the box has all the instruction. Dude, Travin, this is some pretty small fonts, my friend. Very small font. But here's card number 1. Tell your mom. And it says, tell your opponent's mom on something they did. Is it true? It doesn't have to be. The goal is to get them grounded for a week. This one says tag a wall. It's got somebody tagging a wall, which will earn you 2 cred as long as you don't get caught. Jump the creek. You can make the jump, right? Well, it doesn't matter. You're going to try anyway. You can earn 2 cred if you make it. Lose 1 cred if you don't. What's going on, Melanie, coming in from Minnesota? Wrecked the car? Dude, I wrecked the car. How many of you guys wrecked the car? I remember coming home and it was winter in Rochester, New York. So it was almost a guarantee. If you're learning to drive in upstate New York, Western New York, you're going to get into a car wreck. And the thing is, my daughter got into fender benders here. And my first response was always like, honey, are you okay? If you're okay, it doesn't matter. My mom nearly pushed me out of the way. Hi, mom, if you're on, I love you, to see if the car was okay. And she'll say it's because she could see that I was okay. So, of course, your next instinct was to see the car, but I have no idea. Anyway, your opponent wrecked the family car. At least they weren't drunk. Does this mean they'll get grounded? Well, let's find out. Pick a fight. Broken arm. Date night. Bike ride. We all remember just jumping on the bikes and collecting everyone from their homes to have a large group riding around. That's awesome. Public pool. House party. Whose house is this? Where are the parents? How did they get this many people in a house this small? Stop asking stupid questions. Rock and bowl sleepover. This is when you go over and sleep at a friend's house. Parents can pick you up in the morning, or most likely you will walk home. Dude, this is so cool. It's a game, and at the same time, it's just really fun. Oh, dude, yeah, no gunshot wound. Sorry, Mom. It's just a great conversation starter. James, Travin, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you sharing this with me. There is a gift code to an instructional YouTube video inside the box. The dice are to track your score, not to roll. So, yeah, there is a... right there, and I think that's what he means. That'll take you to the instructions. Guys, I mean, as much as I can ever endorse anything, if you're looking for a fun party game, if you're looking just to have a good time, if you're looking just to help another Gen Xer out and support something that I think is pretty cool that he did, check it out. I'll put out a picture with a link myself. But Travin, I don't know if you posted something on YouTube, but feel free. I think it's pretty cool. Shelly Stewart is watching. Shelly and I grew up together in Wolcott, New York. Shelly knew me when I wore glasses thick enough to burn ants on a sidewalk on a cold February day. Now we wear contact lenses. What's going on, Marianne? Debbie, LOL, we would be packed in a small apartment. Dude, it didn't matter. If you could be the most unpopular kid in the world, and if your parents were going out of town and you were willing to risk life and limb by having a party, everyone was there. Cool kids were there. Non-cool kids were there. Your friends were there. Your enemies were there. All we had to hear the words was that there was a party somewhere. Somebody's parents were out of town, and that was it. I will say I never once, not even once, had a party at my house. Number one, my parents didn't leave town, but if they did, there's not a chance in hell I would do it. My mother would kill me. It would be death. It wouldn't be hypothetical death, metaphorical death. It would be literal death. Never do it. Our meetup was under a bridge by the river and have trash can parties. No worries, Marie Clayton. Good to have you here, late or not. But I went to a few of the parties. I remember my friend Mark had a party. I was always that kid, though. I was often the kid. I didn't drink a lot in high school. I didn't really do any drugs of any kind. I didn't even get stoned in high school. My parents really put the fear of God in me for all that stuff. Do Greek mothers throw sandals? Yes, slippers, shoes of any kind, Kevin, everything. And they were definitely good at it. So if I had a beer or two at a party, that was saying a lot. I would more often than not be the one looking out for the other kids there. What do I think of the Gen X's, the idea? So Linda posted on our YouTube page about creating a Gen X community. Kind of like you know how they have the villages where all the boomers, as they retire, go and live together, and they have, pickleball. We could do a Gen X community, but instead of the villages, it would be called the woods. And instead of pickleball, it would be dodgeball and Red Rover and bones snapping because they're brittle with age. But it'd be fun. It'd be a great way to go. Linda asked me what I thought about it in an email, and I think it's a great idea, but I still have a 13-year-old in the house. So there's not going to be any living in an adult-type community for me for a good long time. But it's definitely something that gets some attention, and you never know. What I would like to see is sort of like, you know how they have the X Games, right? The skateboarders and the snowboarders and the BMX bikers, and they get together and they have what they call X Games every year. I would like to do a Gen X Games. I would like to find a field somewhere and have a Gen X type summer, late summer, early fall, cool enough for those struggling through menopause not to be a sweaty mess in July, but let's say September, maybe next year. Get a huge field, have the war ball, dodgeball game over there, Red Rover over here, couple of 80s bands, 70s bands, 90s bands, Gen X merch, t-shirts, bobbing for whatever we did as kids, that sort of thing. I think that would be awesome. And then do it every year. Anyone remember Jungle Juice? Well, yeah, without a doubt. And it's I've got the Everclear right there if we need it. Perfection Tournament, without a doubt. Jarts? Jarts, I don't know if the insurance company would allow jarts, but I'm game. I like the idea of board games for those of us that have slowed down a little. Sit at a table and see who can finish Perfection the quickest. Rubik's Cube challenge. Maybe even some arcade games. There we go. 80s arcade game competitions. Perfect. You're going to have a section for going to jail. Did that a lot as a kid. I remember we'd have carnivals in the small towns that I grew up in. Usually the firemen would put them on. And it was a way of raising money for the volunteer fire department. And there was always a jail. Like you could go and pay $1 or maybe $5. I don't remember how much. Sure, I'd bring my merch. You could bring $1 or $5, and then the people working the jail would go out and get the person you wanted to throw in jail, and they would put them in there, and that was for charity too. We're getting old. Jarts might become sharts. Power chair races. What's going on, Tracy? How are you, Ronaldo? Just don't tell the insurance company. Well, they might find out with all the emergency room visits, but we'll see. I have a boy who has FAFO shirts. I just put up some new shirts. We still have time too. If you guys are looking for something for Halloween, I got 2 shirts that I just put up. One is literally a white shirt with like the dark holes in it kind of thing. And it says, I got a rock. So you can go as Charlie Brown. And the other one is a Great Pumpkin shirt. I like both. Plus a few Christmas. Check them out. There's 10 new designs on my merch shop. Link in bio. Matthew. The Gen X game is a fantastic idea. I honestly think we might this is something that on the face of it seems far-fetched, but if it depends how things are growing for a lot of us Gen X content creators, there's a chance we could find a sponsor for it. Tony Hawk is a Gen Xer, and I think wasn't he part of the I'm actually Greek, but Italian, close enough. He was part of the X Games, so maybe we can get him to sponsor a Gen X Games. It wouldn't take a ton of money at it. We did Strip Twister for a while back in the day. Yeah, somehow I missed that at the party. Adult green machines, I'm all over that. That's a great idea. Circular track, adult green machine races. I broke my arm last month. I'm going as Sling Blade. That's the other thing. I got to figure out what I want to be for Halloween this year. Yeah, I thought Tony Hawk was involved. Pioneer of the X Games. Nope, not gay. Although, as Seinfeld said, not that there's anything wrong with that. Spin the bottle. My wife probably wouldn't let me play, but y'all are welcome. I busted my front teeth on a green machine as a kid. I never had a green machine. I had the big wheel. So we would have to have big wheel versus green machine because there's 2 different kinds of kids out there. I really think so. There's the green machine kids and the big wheel kids. And maybe we race one against the other for once and finally see who's the best. Tony Hawk, I think, is Gen X, Deborah. I'd have to check it, but I'm pretty sure. I had the big wheel as well. 90% sure Tony Hawk is Gen X. Although he's looking more like, if you see a picture of Tony Hawk, listen, we all age. I'm not mocking him aging. It's just kind of funny. There's a picture going around of Tony Hawk next to a picture of Mr. Roper from Three's Company, and the resemblance is striking. Yeah, he's 57. So that puts him right there. Older Gen X, but still Gen X. Lemon Twister. I forgot about Lemon Twist. Double Dutch. I have an old HR Puffin Stuff Halloween costume. Yeah, I got to figure out what I want to be. I don't want to waste a Halloween on a bad costume because, I mean, honestly, how many more Halloweens will I be dressing up? Let's say 10. Actually, Gen X goes to 60, sweet Texas. It's those of us that are born from 1965 to 1980. So it goes from 46 years old, 45, all the way up to 60. Hey, Stacy. Last year I went as Tom Selleck. I grew out the mustache, had the Hawaiian shirt, and the very, very short shorts. Oldest Gen X LA is 60. Goes Marty McFly with your hoverboard. That's an option. TJ Cool, 60th is on the 19th. Happy early birthday. Ah, 1965, not age 65. I stand corrected. You are correct. 65. 65 to 80. My dad was Silent Gen. My mom was Boomer. Ace Engravings, you got it, buddy. No mustache, but digging this out of the shorts. What's going on, John? Fellow Buffalonian, go Bills. Should have joined us, brother. Put it on your calendar now. If you guys are in Buffalo, if you're in Rochester, if you're in Syracuse, if you're in Albany and want to drive up, if you're in Plattsburgh and want to drive down, join us in Buffalo. We'll be there again next October. And it got bigger every year. This was the second year. Next year, we'll be breaking in the new stadium. I love it because it's my hometown, 20s hometown. I went to college in Buffalo and lived there from the time I was 18 till about 30. So a big chunk of my young life was spent there. And I just loved going out to the places we went to as kids. It was a lot of fun. We need to see Tom pictures of you. They've got to be there. I just got to figure out what it's going to be this year. Go as the Fonz? Maybe. I got told I look like Christopher Lloyd from Back to the Future, so I could go as Doc. That's a possibility. If you're in South Carolina, North Carolina, Arizona. Yeah, that's true, Mike. Doesn't matter where you are. Join us in Buffalo next year. I love the game. I love the tailgating. There's a video. I said no to nothing. They dragged me around. Do a shot here. Okay. Chug a beer there. Okay. Drink a shot out of a bowling ball. Okay. It didn't matter what. The words no didn't come out of my mouth. And then right after they did all of that is when they told me WIVB TV wanted to interview me. And the only thing I request is next time flip that order around. John Travolta, Stephen King, those are ideas. Chrissy Howe coming in from the UK. How are you? You look like you were having a great time. Marie, I was having a blast. I absolutely had such a good time. There's no doubt about it. I had an absolute blast. I remember all of it, Deborah. I literally, like, every year we do this, it shocks me more and more that the kid inside of me is still there. I just bit my tongue. Ow. 55 years of practicing talking, and somehow I still managed to bite my tongue. It's cool. It's very cool. And Linda, somehow I wasn't drunk. Mike, you be a witness. I don't remember being. I should have been drunk. Didn't really feel it. LA says I just bit my lower lip. I'm thinking of going as Popeye. I actually sit on my porch handing out candy with my wife takes the kids. Okay, I don't know why I couldn't read that. It was jumbling up. Does your family go to New York? I mean, my wife is from Rochester, so when we go visit family and friends, we all go to New York. New York City, not so much. I was supposed to be in New York City this weekend. I had tickets given to me by New York Comic Con. It was just too much of a trip. It was go flying into JFK, making my way down to the Javits Center, having to find a hotel there, transportation. It was just too much. So I bailed on that. Thank you, Chrissy. I appreciate that. Tony Randall says I have dentures. No, these are my choppers. These are mine. If they were dentures, they would look better. I bit my tongue every time I talk. It's if I get overly excited. I need replacement dentures. Believe it or not, I lost mine in a move. It's always in the last place you look. Oh, not me having dentures. Someone in the comments having dentures. Okay. Subway is easy. It is. I get that. I lived in Yonkers. I lived in Bronxville for a while. I know New York. It's just even the subway during Comic-Con would be a nightmare. If I hadn't just been traveling 2 weeks in a row, I would have done it. It's 1 week too many. Hello, monsters. Check on top of the bed to see if you're there. Of all the things I've lost, I think I miss my mind the most. I'm gonna keep saying it. It's funny, right? We make fun of the fact that we go to bed at night and we feel like we fought someone in our dreams and we wake up in pain. I make that joke. I don't live it. I don't really feel it. I don't feel however 55 is supposed to feel. I can go out and party and have a great time and then still be up in the morning and do what I've got to do. I can't do that every day, but to be fair, I couldn't do it every day when I was younger, and not and be any semblance of good at it. We did it because who cares? It was more important to make sure we didn't miss out on any of the partying. And if work suffered a little, then it suffered a little. If school suffered a little, then school suffered a little. Going out was what was important. But I'm launching a new page this month, and it's going to be called Generation Fit. Now, if you followed my journey last year, I was really good about getting to the gym almost daily. I like the way it made me feel. I like the changes I saw happening in my body, in my performance, in my sleep, in everything. It made me want to do better, be better. It just has this effect, right? But I couldn't keep it going on my own. So starting Tuesday, my neighbor Tom owns a gym here called, it'd be nice if I remembered the name. I'm blanking out because my mind isn't where it needs to be. And it's a wrestling academy, but the guy knows everything there is to know about getting fit. And he's going to help me do that. So what we're going to do is I told him literally here, my body is yours. Pause. That didn't come out exactly right, but I'll do anything. Again, not getting any better here. Within the realm of fitness, I'm putting him in charge. I'll stay to his fitness schedule. I'll do the exercises he wants me to do. He's going to control my diet. We're going to put me on a really, really strict regimen of eating and working out and lifting weights just as an experiment to kind of see what can happen. I'm 55. I'll be 56. We're going to give it 6 months to see how I can go from this to the pinnacle of whatever a 56-year-old person can look like. And listen, I do this full time now. So unless I'm traveling, I have the time to commit to it. I realize this isn't something anybody and everybody can do, but I kind of want to show the world at large, we're not done yet. And it's not what's probable. It's not what's possible given, everybody's lives. I know we're busy, but I still want to see that at most, with the time to commit to it, with the professional to put to what is possible. So I'm starting like this, 205 pounds of this, and I want to see what I'm going to look like at 6 months. And we're going to bring in younger kids from the gym. That's why it's going to be called Generation Fit. It's not called Generation Get Jacked. It's not called Generation X Gets Fit. It's not called Generation Pump Me Up. It's about being fit. And it's about being fit at every age, whether you're 35, 45, 55, or 75. And I want to see what we can do. No, Marianne, not no more alcohol. I don't drink much to begin with. But the idea is I'm going to do what I do and see where I can go. And instead of like forcing all that information out of the people that follow me here, some of it will cross over. But if you guys have any interest, I will show you how to get to that page once we launch it next week. And then you guys can follow me along on the journey. Kevin says building muscle is the fountain of youth. Dude, I agree. He says I lost 100 pounds of fat, gained 10 pounds of muscle, and people say I look younger than I did 5 years ago. On a cellular level, resistance training, stress on our body like that, swear to God, it is the fountain of youth. On a cellular level, it does reverse time. Can we all do it? I don't know. Harry Buffalo is incredible. But I want to challenge you guys. Watch me. Watch what I'm doing. Follow along. It'll be funny. I want it to be entertaining. I want it to be content worth doing, but I also want it to be inspirational. I want it to be the biggest loser, but instead of having like a bunch of people competing to be the biggest loser, I start and finish as the biggest loser in the room because I just am anyway. It's motivation. And I want you guys to join me on the journey. So watch for it. It's not a big push, but it's something I want to do, and I want to see just what it can do. What can happen at 55, at 56? And we'll see. We'll find out together. Record Hound. I'm pure muscle from the top of my head to the tip of my chin. You are definitely not a loser. And just joking. Self-deprecating humor is, if Gen X has 3 pinnacles, things that we do differently than any other generation, but we all do it. One is sarcasm. Closely right behind is self-deprecating. I almost said self-defecating. That'll come. We're not quite there yet. We're not soiling ourselves. That's coming. For now, we're self-deprecating, though, where we knock ourselves down in humor. And then finally, the dark humor is also Gen X. Not quit drinking, but I keep saying next weekend I'll enjoy a few. It's been like 3-4 months now. I need to get my ass in gear and lose this rear. Guys, we can do it all together. We can do it together. We're not done. In a lot of ways that matter, we're just getting started, right? When we were kids, we had this amazing childhood, but it was amazing to us, right? Where we were left to our own devices, left alone. We figured it out. But we were also told in the same sentence to be little gentlemen and little ladies and act older than we were and all that. By the time we hit our mid-20s, the kids today can be kids a lot longer. We had a very short but amazing childhood. By the time I was 14, 15, I really was expected to act like a young adult. In every good way that matters. And yes, we did things that we got away with, things that was screwing around, but our public face was very adult at a very young age. So now, our kids are getting older. Some of us are empty nesters. It's time to see what we can do. And for the first time to show people how Gen X does old, because we don't do old the way our grandparents did old. Katie says, I really didn't have a childhood. I loved my childhood. It was a great childhood, but we grew up fast. Some of us. 18, go to school or get a job and move out. Those were the options. I had the job before 18. Now, my parents never were those people. Being Greek means you can live at home till you die. That's Greek. So also Italian, and first generation means there's no rush to move out of the house. I could still live at home today. My mom would probably enjoy it. But we grew up. We had to be adults living in that house. I just got a YouTube. So I guess YouTube has our goal tonight, and I forgot to mention it, which might explain the views being down. YouTube, if you're listening, I acknowledge our goal today for the page is $93.47. We're at $47.98. We're looking good. If you want to help get us to go over on YouTube, I'll just say the magic words. I want my $2. And if you haven't already, you can help support the page $2 at a time. On Facebook, guys, love those of you that send the stars, but an even better way to help the page is just by subscribing on Facebook. $1 a month gets you access to our free subscriber only Facebook page. It's pretty damn cool. You get to see what things that the actual members post not just me. And those guys have really gotten to know each other in that group, and they have sidebar conversations, and it's $1 a month. So, not a bad way to help support the page. A lot of time when I'm traveling out to meet you guys, for the most part, that's on my dime. It's very rare so far that people have sponsored me, although that is starting to happen. So those are ways you can help if you choose to get that going. Do I have a Discord? I did, Katie. I don't use it ever much. I can only do $1 at the moment, but hold on and I'll send it. Dude, no pressure on anyone to do anything. Number one, I always throw it out on YouTube because YouTube gives me a goal and the algorithm knows what we're saying. And when we talk about it, YouTube pushes it out more. When we don't, they don't. I was a kid with the kids I babysat and still adulting. Richard Simmons, Jane Fonda, Olivia Newton-John, Let's Get Physical. Yeah, when you look at the boomers, Ernestine, thank you so much, $5 closer. They had Jane Fonda work out. So, I mean, the boomers did try to get fit later in life as well. There's no doubt about it. Linda, thank you so much. $1 closer. There's literally no doubt about it. But again, I just think we do it different. Richard Simmons, God bless him. He passed, right? Rest his soul, rest in peace. I'm pretty sure he passed. Am I a made guy? Not last I looked, although I love the movie Goodfellas, if that helps. Do I remember Jazzercise? I do. I don't want to become the Richard Simmons of our generation. Although that might be the Halloween costume. Marge Malik, hello. That might be the Halloween costume that I've been looking for and just didn't realize. Just got to find the striped shorts and the wig, and I'm good to go. My mom threw me out when I was 17. Then when I was pregnant at 22, she took my child away from me and adopted her and never... Oh, dude, I am so sorry. Life, man, life. He passed away in 24. I thought that was the case. I wasn't sure. So may he rest in peace. B. Bob Ross, that's a good one. Although if I go as Richard Simmons, people might mistake me for Bob Ross, depending on the wig. Linda says, my childhood was amazing. Christmases were magical, and my memories of everything are so feel good. We camped for weeks on end in the summer and went to my granny's house in Alabama for a spectacular time. Dude, blockbuster experience. Dude, is that you, Julie? So if y'all look on Facebook, blockbuster experience, that's who I'm talking about when I talk about Rhode Island. That's who I'm going to be hanging with when I'm in Rhode Island at the Rhode Island Comic-Con, November 7th through the 9th. I can't talk enough about it. You don't know what it was like. You pay like $5 or $10 at the door to get in. I think it's like $10. Thank you, GenX Kate. But you don't know what it's like to be standing in that sea of blue and yellow and just looking at the videos, and the videos are only $5 a piece. So the $10 basically allows you to get in and spend next to nothing on some of the movies that you need to own, because how much longer are we going to be able to stream movies like Blazing Saddles before they completely wash them away, or Airplane? I've started collecting because I want to own the actual video before it gets changed. And it pays for the truck. That's the other thing. People are like, why do I have to pay $10? Because all that stuff didn't magically appear at the convention. It takes a lot to get it there, to build a blockbuster experience. So, but $10 will get you guaranteed shot to meet me. So if you're there anyway, I'm not running around too much. I'm their guest. I'll be there. And we get to meet and we get to hang out. And I'll put you in a video and we'll talk and chat and take pictures. And it'll be fun. Do it. Have I tried Southern food? I'm not a fan of some Southern food. I'm not a big barbecue guy. I don't like grits at all. Okra's disgusting. Boiled peanuts is something I will never, ever do again. So yeah, I guess the answer is no. Maybe I could do an aerobics class to rock music like AC/DC. There's no maybe there. I think that's going on the list of things we can do. If I'm into Doctor Who, goes to one of the doctors. That's not a bad idea. Stick to pasta. I don't eat a lot of pasta either. A little bit. I am a very typical meat and potatoes guy. Give me a steak Give me some mashed potatoes. Happy. But I could just as easily. Boiled peanuts are an abomination, dude. When one of these Southerners told me to try boiled peanuts, I thought they were saying bold peanuts, BOLD. So I thought they were just spicy peanuts of some variety. They're disgusting. They're the grossest thing I've ever put in my mouth. Pause. They're mushy and tasteless and disgusting. But if you enjoy them, that's cool. That's you. Dude, Christmas as a kid, Deborah. Deborah says, when I was little, Christmas was magical, and I had my teens, it went downhill and quite rapidly. She also says she has Blazing Saddles on DVD and loves it. I loved Christmases as a kid. My mom and dad made every Christmas special, no matter what. Years we had money and the years we didn't. The only thing I will say, however, is Santa Claus didn't visit our house. So when all the other kids got gifts from Santa, we never did. The Atari 2600 had my mom and dad's name on it. All the clothes, the socks, the underwear, mom and dad's name on it. The Merlin, the Big Track, the Big Wheel, all had mom and dad's name on it. And I remember asking my mom, why? Why is Santa skipping our house? And she told us at the time that Santa really went to poor children's homes. Santa went to the houses where the parents couldn't afford to buy for their own kids. And I asked my mom about it later. I'm like, why? Just thank you, but why did you never perpetuate the idea? Greek potatoes are awesome. Thank you, Doreen, about Santa coming. And my mom said, honestly, she didn't want to give anybody else the credit. She said, I worked hard. I bought the presents. I wanted you to know they came from us. So that was my mom. Marie Clayton, thank you. $2 brings us to $85.97. I think it said it was $8, so we're only a few dollars away from goal. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you. Dorinda says I couldn't pay her to eat okra. My mom still, Christmas, and then as a dad, I crush Christmas. Elf on the Shelf is invited into our house every year, does some amazing stuff. Santa is more than welcome in my house. Comes every year as long as we're good. I'm an adult that believes in Santa. That's never going to change for me. I think there are two people in this world, those who believe and those who don't, and I will always hear the bell in my ear. The magic never, ever stops. I am a Santa safe zone because I believe. Will the Bills ever win the Super Bowl? Dude, I don't ever bet the Bills. I don't prognosticate about the Bills. I don't make predictions. It'll be what it'll be. All-night movie marathon for Christmas with my kids. That's beautiful. I love that tradition. Oh, Ernestine, thank you again, honey. Every little bit helps. You already gave. No worries. Wide right. Yeah. You know what? You can say what you want about the 90s era Bills. To have a team, your team, and be able to watch every single week into the playoffs, into the late playoffs, into the finals, into the Super Bowl, and your team plays in every game for 4 years straight. Yeah, they didn't win the last game, but that's still 4 years straight, so no complaints for me. Oh, GenX, good to see you. Sorry I'm late. Love the last video about singing in the car. Dude, that was real. If you guys haven't seen what GenX is talking about, I just made a video, and the joke is me driving alone versus me driving with my kids. Now, the reality is there's not much difference between the two. I sing like a moron, even with my kids in the car. But when my kids are not in the car, dude, I'm at the top of my lungs. I have a good time. My own little private concert, and I let you guys in on it and shared some. Heavenly 80 coming in with $2. Better off dead. Saying us Gen Xers got to stick together. That puts us at nearly $105. $104.97 to be exact. Is Niagara Falls cool? Niagara Falls is amazing. Little bit of advice, go to the Canadian side. By virtue of geography, Canada has the better view of the falls. Just the truth is the truth. Sorry, Niagara Falls, U.S. people, but it is the truth. Have a good night, Tracy. Thank you for popping in. We're going to have fun this Christmas. Some homework for y'all. It is still 2-3 weeks till Christmas, to a little over, just about exactly what, 3 weeks till Halloween, just under. Send me some pictures. Go to my through Messenger or through email. Send me some pictures of you as a kid on Halloween, whether it was a little kid wearing the scary ass costumes that weren't supposed to be scary, or whether it was high school, dressed up and going out and having fun. I want to put together a Halloween montage, 80s style, 70s style, Gen X style. I've used some in the past. Send me some new stuff. GenXJano80@gmail.com. You can send it through my Facebook Messenger. The email, Sophia, again, is GenXJano80@gmail.com. Send me some pics from Halloween, and I will absolutely share. I'll put it in some music. I'll put it in some videos. I just want to share with the world what it used to look like, what it used to feel like. I think that would dude. My buddy Dave, who was in Buffalo with us, good to see you, goes under the name of Bourbon Basement on YouTube. Dave actually cooked our wings for us at the tailgate, and his family owns Duff's Famous Wings in Buffalo, among other places, Tampa, for those of you in Florida. Dude, we were all hobos, right? And we all were. Thank you, Linda. I'll look for it. The cool thing is we all did these things that our parents, when they just didn't have a Halloween costume for us and they gave up, they're like, fine, put some soot on your face, put a little sad stick over your back with a sack, and we were hobos. There's not a guy in chat whose mom didn't dress him up as a gypsy. It's GenXJano80, 80, GenXJano80@gmail.com. The link is in my bio if you need it. We were all gypsies. We were all ghosts. We were all vampires. We were all hobos. Am I doing trivia night this week? I will. It will be Tuesday night live. So if you guys want to catch me on YouTube, thank you, LA. Love you. If you want to catch me, I will be live on YouTube 7 p.m. Eastern time for Gen X trivia this week. Deb, stop it. Not too fat. Not clowns. I don't like clowns. I was a clown. Don't like clowns. Marsha Winter, hello. Dude, my favorite thing is when my friends that I grew up watching, that I grew up with, jump on it and watch. And since we're friends, it lets me know that you're watching. So, Marsha, I can see you watching. Miss you. I have some of the best, like, I went to the Bills game this Sunday, and I was a guest of Janelle and Jessica, two sisters that I literally grew up with since I was like 4. Those were the girls that we got together with, the Kruzukis and the Parentis, the Parkers and the Wagners, and played Ghost in the Graveyard, Midnight, Capture the Flag, massive games of tag, incredible games of hide and seek. That escalated to drinking and whatever, but forget the drinking, the most innocent, hanging around, having fun. Those were the kids that I did that stuff with. They got to see me go from child to who I am now. And when those friends come on, when those friends and I get together, it just feels different. I'm so blessed to still have those friends in my life. My mom cut the legs off of her pantyhose and put it over our heads, and we went as bank robbers. Okay. Cyndi Lauper 1 year. That's a good one, Linda. Robot. That's a good one. I wanted to have some Gen X era tie to it. I've done 80s workout guy. I've done Tom Selleck. I've done a lot of that. I'll figure it out. You guys keep sending me stuff. What the heck was that? Just some spammer. Wirehead paused him. 2 years ago, I dressed up as Burt Gummer from the Tremors movies. That's a good one. Maybe I'll be a Goonies kid. I just don't know if that's something that you can tell what I am. Mr. Miyagi, Punky Brewster. I met Punky not too long ago. 40th anniversary of Blockbuster is next weekend. I have to dress up. I'm thinking full vision streetwear outfit. Get the windbreaker. I think that's a great idea. Be chunk. If I can find a mask that'll make me look young, I'll do the truffle shuffle. 40th anniversary of Blockbuster is next weekend. Really? I got to make some more content. I was raised Jehovah's Witness, so I didn't dress up for the first time until I was 12. I was Pippi Longstocking. I forgot about Pippi. Yeah, dig into those boxes of pictures, guys. Find me some good stuff. The kind of stuff that'll make the whole world smile. And we'll see just how many things we can be a Blockbuster worker. If I should have grabbed a vest and taken it home with me, Julie. That would not have been a bad idea. You don't have a truffle to shuffle? Well, you're kind of right. I'm not as svelte as I want to get, but there's not really much truffle there yet. And I hope there won't be. Too late to return my copy of Sleepy Hollow. Dude, I was telling the crew at Blockbuster that my great shame was the movie that cost me the most money due to late fees was Pam Anderson's Barbed Wire. And everybody would think for all the wrong reasons, right, that I just kept it and kept playing it over and over and over and over again. But ironically, that movie never made it out of my car. I kept saying I'll take it into the house and watch it tomorrow, and I kept forgetting, and it stayed in the car for like 4 weeks back, and I just kept forgetting to return the damn thing. I think I paid like $60 in late fees for Pam Anderson's Barbed Wire, and I never even saw it. A VHS tape costume, that's a good idea, Bernadine. Thank you, Raquel. Did I watch Thomas the Tank Engine as a kid? Not a lot. I watched it with my kids. Steve Austin. That would be a good one. If I could get a red sweatsuit and have it like he only zipped it like that, and it had the packs all around, that would be a good costume. This thing. All right? If I could find this. If you guys see this outfit anywhere, let me know. This is cool. And I can see through his bionic eye. These make me happy. This is where I spend some of my adult money, is collecting these things. All right. Do I have the technology? I do. It can make him faster, stronger than before. All right, guys, just looking at wear the Count Chocula mask. We had to cut off the back of the cereal box. That's hilarious. How about dressing up as Stretch Armstrong? Basically wearing a Speedo? I don't think so. Go as Spicoli. I like it. I'm going to be on a cruise with 7 others, and we are Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. I like it. The Rifleman, Flash Gordon. Good ideas. MacGyver, but it'd be tough for anybody to know what I am. Goes The Undertaker. Blues Brothers. If I had somebody to be the other half of that, that's a good one. Greatest American Hero. I would kill for that costume. I'll look and see if I can find that online. Take a denim shirt and pants, bleach them, then dye it red for Steve Austin. That's not a bad idea. Look at you thinking. Indy, Mr. T. All right, guys. We're at the 1 hour mark. I cannot thank you guys enough for it. Goes by so fast. I will say again, this week's content, this week's live was sponsored by Cluck Cluck Moo Moo. Go online, go to Facebook. Do me a personal favor, go to Instagram. Look it up. It's not hard to find. You'll see this chicken burger looking thing in the name Cluck Cluck Moo Moo. And just give it a like, give it a share, give it a follow. It's my brother's place. He sponsors the page. He helps me out. I like to help him back out. Amazing food if you are anywhere near Buffalo. Locations downtown, locations in the South Towns, location on Transit in Amherst. Give him a shout. Give him a look. Give him a like. Tell him Jono sent you. Regular schedule this week. I will be live Tuesday night on the Tuesday Night Trivia, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. If you are anywhere near Indian Land, South Carolina, join me. I'll be at the Hickory Tavern live. And then we'll be back here again Sunday night for the wonderful world of Generation X. The one thing I will tell you is look for the new page starting soon. It's going to be Generation Fit, and it's me going through hell. But before we go, somebody wants to say hi. Hey, Peter.
Hi.
Just telling him about how Mr. Tom's going to destroy me. What do you think? You think I'm going to get in shape?
Yeah.
Yeah? We're talking about what kind of Halloween costume I should have. Some people said I should be Steve Austin. Like if I could find that costume.
Oh, okay.
I could be Lee Majors. Did you guys ever see this? Do you remember the Batman costume we all had from Ben Cooper? I think this line is so cool. It's actually a line of little collectible action figures that look exactly like the Ben Cooper costumes we used to wear. And it even comes with a Super Friends pillowcase to collect this candy. So that's pretty cool. Linda says that kid makes me happy. Aw. No worries, Ray. I hope everything's okay. Just got home from the hospital. Oops. But yeah, they're giving me ideas for Halloween. Do you know what you're going to be?
Katniss Everdeen.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
How are you going to do that costume? So she read all of the...
No, not all of them.
Well, except for the last one.
No, there's 2 more.
There's 2 more?
I still haven't read...
She read a lot of the... What are they called? Hunger Games books. I never read those. When I was a kid, I read Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, Chronicles of Narnia. Did you guys read those? I read almost every one of those. There was The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, The Magician's Nephew. Those books were really cool. You might like those.
They said my app just crashed.
Oh. It happens. Oh, we are about done. Why were you so late?
Hey. Because I was downstairs with Mom, too.
So, yeah, they're giving me Halloween ideas. So, what's she going to be? Yeah, she's going as Katniss Everdeen. I read a bunch of Star Wars books. I read those adventure books. James and the Giant Peach. I loved that book in the 3rd grade. Judy Blume books. Hunger Games. I love the Hunger Games series even as an adult.
Grace was great. I'm on break.
Yep. She's on break. She's been on break. They have like a little pre-Thanksgiving break. Thank you, Doreen. Tolkien, Asimov, Heinlein, Stephen King. I read all of those. Little House books. A lot of girls read the Little House books. You could probably like those too. Little House on the Prairie books, maybe?
I don't know.
We'll have to watch it. All right. Well, goodbye from me. I'll see those of you that play trivia with us. It's our last night in Charlotte. Corbin says bye. Take care, Sarah. Those of you who will be in Charlotte or want to just join virtually, see me Tuesday night at 7 p.m. on our GenX Trivia Night. Otherwise, I'll see you guys back here, same bad time, same bad channel for the wonderful world of Generation X.
Yeah, I want to read The Outsiders, and I also want to read Percy Jackson.
All right. Love you guys. Peace out.
Bye.